Welcome back for another Anime and Beyond episode reaction. I'm Noah.
I'm Devin.
And today we're reacting to My Hero Academia Season 5 Episode 15. Had a break last week, but we're back. And last time, there's a lot of interesting scenes. One, I don't know what happened with Hawks and the Best Genius. That was kind of weird.
I'm just saying, I suspected something was going on with him for a while. It seems like he was playing like a triple agent, you know?
You think he's a triple agent? I stick with double agent. But, I mean, all I'll say is, if something were to make me think that he really is truly on the villain side, it was the fact that he was, he looked like he had one of his swords in his hand looking to do something to Best Genius. I don't know. Maybe Best Genius got an Amazon package and he was going to help him open it. Maybe. I don't know. It could just be that innocent.
The thing is, they always put those scenes to make you probably think,
It's good.
They want you to think that.
There's that, and then also via the message that Hawk sent to Endeavor, and it sounds like he was given that same book with the message to other heroes too.
Yeah.
We now learn that there's over 100,000 people in this alliance of the Liberation Army, and a lot of them are heroes.
Yeah.
We saw Slide and Go, which I don't know if that's a huge loss for us. That might be the benefit for the heroes to lose him.
Yeah.
Watch your profanity.
But they have this whole hideout, and dude, I didn't think he was this big yet.
Yeah. I mean, this is a villain arc, so this is gonna be This is gonna be interesting. Like we saw in the at the beginning of the last episode too, Shigaraki. I think it looked like Shigaraki. Like
where he was
creating havoc.
The meme where people were saying he stepped on a Lego.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah. But it looks like he's like already on the move.
And that's 2 cities they've destroyed.
Yeah.
But now the good news is we are seeing these heroes step up, and we have their work studies are going on. So you got Midoriya, you got Bakugo, you got Todoroki, all working with Endeavor, and he's just like, man, just stay behind.
Yeah.
I got this.
So I'll take the lead. You just have my back.
Yeah, and which is actually a good thing because as we've seen, for some reason they want to attack him.
Yeah. Number 1 hero probably.
I don't know why. That might have just been as a distraction for other stuff to go on at that time. We might find out about that in this episode.
Yeah.
But with all that information, got a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited to see the work studies. I'm hoping that they focus mainly on these 3 and not everybody. Because I personally don't care what Mineta does at his work study.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
don't care.
Come on.
So
get out of it.
Yeah, before we get into the reaction though, if you're new here and you like My Hero Academia or other animes, please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, that helps us in the algorithm. And I'm sure you hear that a lot. But I mean, we're a small channel, we're like a small business.
Help a brother out.
Yeah. Support your small YouTube channels. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just jump into the show.
Let's get it.
Shiny. Has he got trackers on him or something?
Yeah, what was that? Oh, he's back again. You see? You see? Already we're starting off like this. Oh my gosh. Wow.
What? What is everything that's going to get destroyed? When did he originally say? Was it 6 months?
That's a good question.
Maybe it was 4 months. That 2-week gap is gonna get me. Oh, I wonder if that's what this represents now.
Yeah.
If there's no way they could get to destroy the whole country.
Yeah.
No.
So that's what that was before.
Yeah.
And then he gave him the book. Okay.
I think it's the same time because they were showing pictures of the fight in that room.
Man, this is getting serious, bro.
Shoot, he's gonna have to put them through a lot of training.
Yeah. Was he the only one that's put in the dark about this though? Because it sounded like she knew too.
Well, she was the one who was with Hawks.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Nah, he'll talk to you right now. Yes.
What we like to hear.
Man, I hope all the heroes decipher this info. That samurai guy looked really cool. Was that like a toothpaste guy?
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Oh, me.
Come on, bring his powers back.
Yeah, bring him back. Already.
He's like, don't say it. Don't say it. You got a lot of issues right now, Deku.
He's working on it, though. Here we go. Here we go.
I love Bakugo's face in the background.
Dang.
What did that mean?
Yeah. I see you.
He's looking way ahead, guys. It's turning into a therapy session.
Oh.
The roles have reversed.
Dang. Well, he's giving you a chance, too. But, dang.
In front of all his coworkers, too. His subordinates.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's going to be interesting.
Dang,
Ooh, right away.
quick.
Okay, I like that.
So that's how he knew last time he had an earpiece in. I thought he heard it.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
He's at another level, baby.
Dang, on to the next one.
Oh, dope. Dang.
Wow. That was crazy. Dog, he's upgrading everybody. Dude, I like Endeavor.
Yeah.
He is big brain.
We were talking about that last
Dude,
time.
I know, right? I was saying, bro.
That's also what we were talking about. Dang, Endeavor might be the best teacher we've had so far.
I know. Go beyond.
One thing
at a time, baby.
It was cool to finally see the villains, the leaders of the Liberation Army. One guy I don't recognize. He's in the openings, but I don't know
that
him.
suit guy, right?
Yeah, but it was funny to see the rest of the classic League of Villain guys there, and guys and gals, and it just reminded me of like an American Idol audition. I don't know why they're all sitting there on their desk talking about Hawks and stuff, but we don't know how many different locations they have.
Yeah.
We don't know all the heroes that are involved. So Hawks is like, you have to wait. You can't. I wish we could all attack right now, but we can't because of that reason. It's kind of like in a drug situation, like when cops are trying to arrest the drug leader. Like you don't really, you just follow the little guys until you can get to the big guys. Even though a lot of the big fish are there.
Yeah.
So this is probably their hugest location, but Shigaraki wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I guess he's got his own crew destroying stuff.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't know if he's the actual mastermind. He might be the mastermind. I mean, it would be actually a good assumption to say that he is the mastermind of this plane. But for all we know, it could be the guy in the suit, too.
Yeah, I've never seen him. Yeah.
Never seen him before. But you never know. Like, Shigaraki could have all these people working for him. And like we said before, I was thinking maybe they're trying to, or maybe he's trying to break out Overhaul, or not Overhaul.
Yeah.
One for all. Yeah.
Or All for One.
All for One. Yeah, I can get them mixed up.
I know.
Yeah, because I remember before that whole scene where All for One was in the cell, and he was kind of. It seemed like he was kind of hinting at his release. So maybe that's part of why the whole explosions are going to happen. We saw one already happen, and he said there's going to be a big one happening in 4 months.
Yeah, and I mean, if you destroy every city, eventually the power grids are all going to go down, and he'll just be able to walk out of that prison.
Then it'll be Shigaraki, the old big villain, All for One, and then every other villain causing havoc. And then they probably have the Nomus. You got to think about that too.
Nomus still too, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking the strongest people we have right now is Endeavor and the people like Bakugo, Todoroki, and that's it. I mean, Hawks is sidekick, but I'm still on a fence with him.
You still got Orca. You still have some other big names out there too. I don't remember her name, but everybody was talking about her last season. The rabbit girl.
Yeah,
she seems like she's a super powerful hero.
We also have Eri, who obviously she still is kind of in recovery still, but I guess the heroes can kind of use it.
That would be so cool.
That would be cool. Like what Deku did last time, use it to his advantage, amplify everything. I mean, he's the best fit. Also, but on the flip side, I do wonder is Stain involved in this?
I don't know. He's probably still in prison.
He probably still, but
I don't even know if he would like it.
Maybe not. But I'm wondering, maybe. I mean, you never know. Like they cut him a deal or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, last time him and Shigaraki talked, they didn't really get along. And there was a fight.
Yeah. Oh, also Dabi. I mean, speculation is that him and Endeavor are, have some type of relation. Maybe that's Endeavor's son, like long lost son, because I think one of Todoroki's brothers mentioned him before.
Oh, Toya?
Yeah. Yeah.
And to add on to that, I was rewatching a clip when Dabi first met Shigaraki, and he was like, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Right now I go by Dabi." So I was like, "Oh, so maybe." So that might add to the theory, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what's going to happen. For all we know, maybe that is one reason why they're after him, because they said they're after Endeavor, the number one hero. Maybe he wants to get rid of. I mean, man, I kind of feel bad for Endeavor because he has a past, man. And we see what Todoroki was saying. He's using him. He's using him for his growth, and he has to kind of work his way up to becoming the father figure. I mean, at least he's given a chance.
Yeah.
At least he's given a chance, second chance. But as the number one hero, he's taking that responsibility and helping him get stronger, and as well as Bakugo and Midoriya. And we also see, I love his illustration of how he was describing their growth. It's like that quote where he says, if you're only good at one thing, be good at that 100%. I think it was Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it was Zenitsu's grandpa.
Yeah.
He said that, yeah.
So if
do
you're
it
only,
to perfection, the utmost limit.
Do it to the perfection. Dude, he's a good teacher.
He's right. And we were talking about this before. It's like sometimes you just have to go back to the basics to train yourself. And that's what he's saying. He's like, you have to go back to the basics. That way you can... you can do this without thinking. You can go full Kaling without thinking. Now you have to do the Air Force without thinking. And then now you do something else and you train that to be able to do that without thinking. I really like the fact that in the first episode, I guess the second episode they're with them, but the first one where he's actually putting attention on helping them get better, he's like, you need to do this, you need to do this, and you need to do this. And just like called him on all things. And Bakugo making excuses, even though we know Bakugo wants to be good, and he would, whether he's taking an excuse or not, I think he would take it into consideration.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, cut it out, dude. Yeah. He's like, that you're gonna keep using that same excuse. This isn't school.
Yeah.
This is real life. And he I think he's the perfect guy for them because like he doesn't mess around and he knows because he's put in the work. This is what he's done.
Yeah.
He's gotten to get to this level. He's had to do this like tons of training. We've seen it happen.
And I think Bakugo deep down knows he's got a point. Like he's like, you know what? Like I don't like the way he came at me, but he's got a point. This is a different scenario, and he's the number one hero. Like he knows what he's doing. Yeah. That was crazy. Like how they analyzed how he, went so fast.
Man, that was insane. Now, did they say in here that he is doing the same thing that Bakugo's doing, or I guess Bakugo just claimed that Endeavor copied him? Because he always flew, didn't he?
He said, I think he was describing how it was like an explosion because he was storing it up, and then just kind of just using it all at once, and that's kind of how he was trying to explain it. Like you need to store it up and then kind of just use it.
Because I was just thinking, like in season, I guess he flew last season.
Yeah.
But in like season 2, when he was fighting a Nomu, instead of actually flying, he like jumped. He ran on a building.
Yeah.
And then so I'm wondering if he could fly at that point, or he just learned how to fly based off of still improving himself.
Maybe.
Which is really cool because he hasn't stopped trying to become that #1 hero. If that is the case, that's really dope. And now another thing that was really cool is Todoroki took what he said to heart right away, because he's like, oh, I can go faster propelling myself. He's like, well, fire and ice, boom, and he jetted himself faster a little bit. And Bakugo and him were getting places at the same time, so he might be pushing himself past Bakugo, and Midoriya needs to kind of step up, get his speed up a little bit.
Yeah, because here's that air push. That would be good. Yeah.
To like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think
that would be dope.
That's what I thought he was talking about. Like when he was using that air push, like he would just and just dart himself forward.
Man,
so
that's a good idea.
So they can all like. Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, because when he said propulsion, he like specifically was talking to them, because I guess it was kind of focusing it all in one area, and I guess Deku has it already. That's a good idea.
Yeah. He's smart. That's why I was like, he is smart.
Yeah.
I think why Todoroki's might be better. I mean, I could be wrong about this. Is because I remember he did that one attack with fire and ice, and it didn't like an explosion, kind of, right?
Oh yeah, something like that.
So what if he could, I don't know, somehow store it all up and then just do like one big kind of explosion? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. That might turn into some type of attack later on, but there might be something to do with it.
So when Endeavor was talking to Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki about the 3 things that hero agencies do, it's rescuing, evacuating, and fighting. He said most of them only focus on either fighting or rescuing. And then he started talking about how parallel processing is important, and his agency focuses on all 3 of those, but parallel processing is important. And then he also gave them a challenge to do that all the time, but also to finally beat him when it comes to getting to somewhere first, because that's what his goal is. His goal is always to be there first. I'm wondering now, do you think this was his goal because he always wanted to beat All Might, and All Might was always the fastest one there? So do you think that's the reason? And 2, do you think he ever actually beat All Might somewhere?
I'm gonna say no to both, because he did say that All Might was an exception. He did mention that one time. I think it was in his episode actually, but I mean, All Might was kind of I don't know why his quirk was so explosive. Like, I mean, you see Midoriya right now, and his quirk is pretty dope, but it's not as explosive as All Might's was.
Only 20% right now.
Yeah, it is only 20%. And I know we saw him at 100%, but even at 100%, I mean, even though he did a lot of damage, I'm not saying he did a lot of damage to Overhaul. I didn't see like him changing the weather. You know what I'm saying? Like something like of that magnitude. Like,
that's true.
So I would say maybe there's a point in time where he got closer and closer, and he started inching closer, and because he was thinking of ways he can do it. But like I said, it was different because, you know, All Might was an exception. He had to work for that, so he had to compromise. Kind of what he was talking about to them. And I quote from this episode from Endeavor. He says, "There are exceptions, but those who aren't exceptions just have to accumulate it. At least that's the only way I know how to do it." I think he was talking, of course, about himself, because he like had to. I remember that scene where he was building like bridges to kind of get to All Might. You know, that was kind of his way of like learning different ways on how to try to get as close as possible to him. I remember even Hawk. He mentioned how he was the only one who was pursuing that position. Yeah. And so, I mean, that's kind of my spill on that. But I think that definitely it was different for Endeavor, and it will be different for them, like Midoriya, Todoroki, and Bakugo. So.
And like what you're saying, that clicks in my head right now. That's what Midoriya's quirk is. It's one that accumulates over time and gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is kind of like the perfect example for Deku, because he's not using a normal quirk like other people are. He's using quirks that have accumulated. So he's got to accumulate himself the ability to use it before he can move on and move on and move on.
Yeah.
And I mean, he would be completely overwhelmed if all the quirks came at once.
Oh yeah.
But he's got time, and just the more I watch this and the more just hearing Endeavor talk, he seems like the perfect teacher for him. I still think he's the best teacher so far. Maybe because he doesn't want to be, and he's like, learn this and get out.
I know, seriously.
But
I like the example he used about driving.
Mm-hmm.
Like he says, people don't naturally just learn how to drive.
Yeah.
You know, people learn how to look in their mirror to check if cars are coming, to use the accelerator, when to stop, when to slow down, when to, like, it happens over time. And once you master it, then you move on to the next thing. So, like, man, very practical, man. Look at that. Look at that.
There it is.
Look at you, Endeavor. I see you.
Now, going forward, I do hope Endeavor communicates this with other heroes.
Right.
To put these kids to the test.
Yeah.
They gotta get this experience now, because, I mean,
enemy needs to come in.
They're in 4 months.
Yeah.
In 4 months.
They only got 4 months to left. So, I mean, the threat's coming. You know, they know it's coming, or at least Endeavor and Hawks, you know, and all the other people who are involved. So, I mean, they need to buckle up, and they need to. Hey, sometimes you get a little tough love. It's good for you. Thank y'all for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our social media accounts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode reaction and review.
You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Rumble. And if you like us, you can follow our friends on YouTube as well. You got Jfrizl and Bloxtun for gaming, Rich Aladdin for short films, or Text08 for sermons, and Thought You Should Know podcast that discusses all things mental health.
With that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace. I bet SpaghettiOs would hit even now.
Especially in my college days. I should have had some SpaghettiOs low key. I think it was like butter. It was straight sugar, but it was butter.
It's healthy for you, because there you get your alphabet and stuff.
You get your
You get the 26 letters.
And the vitamins.
You know, instead of 26 vitamins and minerals, it's 26 vowels and consonants. That's fine.